In the city of Los Angeles, roughly 60% of the population lives in rental housing. Are you one of them? The Los Angeles Housing and Community Investment Department is here for you, whether you live in a mobile home, apartment, or rental condo. Let us be a rental housing resource on topics such as safe living conditions, subsidized housing, first-time homebuyer loans, limits on rent increases, legal reasons for eviction, and relocation assistance. We're here to help.
Well, thanks to the rent stabilization ordinance, if they live in a unit that was built on or before October 1st, 1978, they're protected from certain evictions. They're also protected from exorbitant increases of rent. There are some evictions that require the landlord to pay relocation fees, and these are evictions of no tenant fault. So if the owner wants to occupy the unit, he wants to put a manager, he wants to put his son, or he wants to demolish, then the tenant is entitled to relocation fees.
Did you know that there are limits on how much rent you can pay? Sheila Jackson had a question on her rent increase and went straight to HCID LA for answers.
I had a new landlord who took over the building, and the first 2 years, the rent increased and the percentage, it was correct. And that third year, I said something's not right because it was supposed to be like a certain amount, but that amount was double. And when that next year came and I noticed that it was doubled again, that's when I took action. There's an office in LA, right here on Vermont, which is close to me. So I went there, and they told me if you want to file a complaint, file a complaint. And that's what I did. And I had an investigator call me back. And what she told me to do, she said, send your receipts from 2005 to now. And by this point, it's 2010. So I sent my receipts, and I'm not knowing that they were going to go back that far and that, you know, what happened was going to happen. So she called me back and she said, send me all your receipts, and I did that. She said, send me your rental agreement, I did that. And it turns out that my landlord owed me from 2005 to 2010.
Did you know that there are programs in place which address safe living conditions, first-time homebuyer loans, and affordable housing?
The city has some programs that provide funds for investors and also for nonprofit investors to build housing, to build multifamily units. And it's required that some of those units be for low income or moderate income. So we have a list of those properties so tenants can try to get on the waiting list to get an affordable unit.
HCID LA offers first-time homebuyer programs for low and moderate income homebuyers.
It's mortgage financing for the purchase of owner-occupied homes. So you're going to buy a home that you're going to live in, you reside. And it's provided to households earning up to 80% of the median income.
SCEP is the Systematic Code Enforcement Program, and it was a program that was brought in place to keep the housing stock of the city limits of Los Angeles well maintained, and we do that on a systematic basis. 3 to 4 years, we come in and inspect every rental unit in the city limits of Los Angeles for rental properties that have at least 2 or more units on them. We're checking for plumbing, safe flooring, electrical, smoke detectors, fire safety issues, life safety issues, sanitation issues.
Did you know that the LA Housing and Community Investment Department is here to answer your questions? To speak with an LA Housing and Community Investment representative face-to-face, you can visit our downtown LA Mid-Wilshire Regional Office, located at 3550 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1500. There you will find someone waiting to help you with what you need.
I think that people like to come into the office because, one, it's more personal. They can sit down and talk with us face to face. They can submit documents, they can show us, and you know, we actually get to feel what they're going through.
Is downtown LA too far for you to travel? Not to worry. You can visit one of our 6 satellite offices that's most convenient for you.
The staff is well trained and they're always ready and willing and available to help people when they come in. And the one thing that I can say is, no matter which staff person you talk to, I really truly believe that we all give a person the same information. The information doesn't change and it's in writing. And whatever we say to people, we're able to back it up in writing with bulletins, with the ordinance, or with our landlord-tenant handbook.
There's also the LA Housing and Community Investment Department customer service and information hotline at 866-557-RENT. 866-557-7368. Our hotline operators field more than 100,000 calls every year. You will actually speak with a real person who will be happy to answer your rental questions or refer you to an appropriate agency. You can also visit our website at hcidla.lacity.org. Click on the Renters category and learn about vital resources that are available to you, including whether or not your unit is covered under the city's rent stabilization ordinance. Giselle Whipple didn't know about the city's rent stabilization ordinance until she called the HCID LA with a question about her utilities.
Well, actually, I didn't think I had a problem. It was just that I got my rent increase notification, and added onto it were 3% for the utilities. And I have lived here over 30 years and always paid my own utilities. So I questioned it, and I thought there had been a change in regulations.
Ms. Whipple filed a complaint regarding an illegal rent increase. Her rent increase included the utilities. She provided evidence that she is paying her utilities. So I contacted the owner, and based on her rent receipts, her utility bills, and the payments from the utilities, I was able to contact the owner and let her know that you're charging the tenant for something that she's paying for separately.
Oh, I was really happy to comply because, you know, here was someone looking after your interest, and it didn't cost you anything.
Once I contacted her again and she saw that I was persistent, she says, okay, well, this is what we'll do. We'll reimburse the tenant by giving her rent credit. And the owner was okay with that.
The Los Angeles Housing and Community Investment Department is here for you. In addition to providing information on evictions and rent increases, our programs include registration of rental units, rent escrow account program, utility management program, hearings and appeals, urgent repair program, and tenant relocation assistance. With these programs, we provide accurate information, direction, and referrals you need to make renting in Los Angeles the comfortable experience that it should be. After all, that's what we're here for.